They don't study doing work to get ahead like him. They don't toss and turn in the bed like him. Cause they don't love it. 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 They don't love it.
From the second largest city in the U.S., Los Angeles, California, we've got football as EA Sports coverage of the NFL is on the air. Today, it's the opener of the 2023 NFL season, as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the L.A. Chargers. A new season of NFL football is here, and we're off in 2023 on EA Sports. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Now the 7-year veteran, Austin Eckler. And not much doing there, maybe a yard up to the 23. Well, such a great Week 1 matchup here, the Dolphins and Chargers. And fairly or unfairly, these two QBs are going to be measured against one another probably for the rest of their careers. Remember, Tua was the number 5 overall pick in 2020, and Justin Herbert followed him at number 6.
And let's add on to it because Joe Burrow went number 1 overall. He's led Cincinnati to 1 Super Bowl appearance. Jordan Love, also a first-rounder, getting his opportunity in 2023. And Jalen Hurts was a second-rounder with Philadelphia, and he's made it to the Super Bowl. So all in all, quite a class.
Running on first down, Eckler sheds off the tackle. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 21. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Mike Williams from 19 yards away. And the Chargers are on the board here first in the season opener. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Tua and the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And they'll begin by running the option. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
They run with a veteran speedster. It's Kareem Hunt. And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3. And it appears we have a Charger shaken up on that last play. Well, fingers crossed here, first quarter of a new season already an injury. While they attend to him, we'll step aside. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Tua to Tyreek for the Miami first. Certainly worth noting he's now 1 catch away from 600. He's at 599 in his career. Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting it before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Now the rookie 3rd-round pick, it's Devon Achane. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And this almost intercepted. Not sure he saw the free safety that time. But lucky, incomplete. That'll bring up 4th down. And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 15. They'll score that a 36-yard punt. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And one of the things we like to hit on every year are the new rule changes. So we got a few for 2023. A lot are procedural, having to do with deadlines and roster construction and such. But 2 kind of caught my eye, Charles. One is the option to fair catch a kickoff and have it come out to the 25 like it does in college. You like that?
I don't. I don't like it at all. I don't like it in college. I don't like it in the NFL. I want to have something different. And I really wanted the special teams coach to be a little bit more involved.
All right, rifles one, that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Go ahead.
Achane on 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
Tua getting it quickly out to Waddle. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. Right back to Achane on 2nd down. And he'll be close to a 1st down at the Chargers' 19-yard line. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball, the ones in the hole doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those touchdown hopes alive. And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Tua. Completes it to the tight end, Smythe. And the Dolphins are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover. And they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
H-Aid. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Allen's got it, complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
On 2nd down, here's Herbert. He gets it to Johnston. Touchdown, Chargers! Quentin Johnston with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Chargers are able to add on to that lead. Extra point try now from Dicker. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Tua. They're going deep for Hill. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
H.A. now up the middle. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Looking to pass. Tua. They'll swing this out wide. Here's H.A. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. A nice 1st down pickup on a gain of 6. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. From midfield, here's Tua. He dumps it off to H.A. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the 1st half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the 2nd half, that may loosen up the defense.
All the way in for a Miami touchdown. Tanner Conner, 38 yards. And the Dolphins have got it back to within a score. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Cut. 21.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. And that'll be incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on 1st down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Johnston on the quick slant. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the 1st down. They'll get 11, but still a little short. 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
Now 4th down, so the Chargers trot out J.K. Scott. Braxton Berrios deep for Miami. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. Throw caught by Achane. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit. But get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his...
And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devon Achane with his first career touchdown in his first career game. And the Dolphins will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And it's now 17-14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Charger drive about to get going. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it. And we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
2nd and 10. Now Herbert going to change the look. To throw on 2nd and 10. Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnston. And the Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. On first down, Justin Herbert. He's got another one to Johnston. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Good snag there, and it's not hard to see what the Chargers saw in Johnston. He's a big guy, can hitch underneath one play and then stretch the field the next. Even as a rookie, he can become a huge name in an already loaded offense.
Herbert on first down now. Over the middle, complete. It's Johnston. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Herbert throwing again. Letting one go deep for the end zone. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen in the final seconds of the first half. And the Chargers have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
Well, someone has a sense of the dramatic here, don't they? Scoring this late in the half to take the lead going into the locker room.
Now they just don't want to misfortune on the next kickoff because there's still a little bit of time left on that clock.
Yeah, you do have to bring that up, don't you? In the NFL, every play is critical. And if you give up something cheap there, all that advantage they just gained goes right out the window.
Maybe time for one play on offense. 7 seconds to go in the half as the kick is away. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
But one thing we certainly know, he likes to take those risks deep downfield during games, coverage or not. The coverage was there on that one. No catch, but he's also fortunate. No turnover either.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
All right, come on.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far in the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 37 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Off the play action, Tagovailoa. And his throw is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, and ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely, just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On play action, here's Tua. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
I think the defenders have to feel pretty good, even though the ball was tipped in the air and could have become a big play for the offense. They actually won one because the guy flinging it today, he's having quite the performance. A couple of touchdown passes, almost threw his first interception, but he's throwing it so well, I think Lady Luck was on his side.
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 21. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
Number 2. Solo left side.
A give up the middle to H.A. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense up to the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
The kick by Sanders is good, and that'll bring him back within a point. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
The Charger drive about to get going. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here.
Hey, go lion.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
On second down, Eckler. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Going to throw on third down with Herbert. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And that's a really good job there defensively. They went into this possession knowing that they needed to get a stop. They're in a tight ball game, and they got it done. Great work to force the 3 and out. Got the football right back for their offense. They've got to go to the sidelines feeling pretty good about themselves and encouraging their offensive mates to get some points.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. First down Miami as they get set to start the drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
They'll run with Hunt on second down. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Here's 3rd and 9. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. And that is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
That is caught. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for L.A. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. Here's Berrios. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
From the 24 now, here's 2nd down and 8. That 2 is going to change things up. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. They'll go screen here to Hunt. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Got what they needed there. The drive continues with a 9-yard pickup. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Now 2nd and 9. A-chain here. They stay on the ground. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
The Dolphins on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. They'll try to run for the 1st down with Hunt, and he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Deion Henry. And the Chargers are right back in this football game. Well, certainly those are the types of mistakes they're trying to avoid as they attempt to protect this lead late in the game.
And let's face it, they're hoping that this one doesn't cost them in a significant way. Yeah, one guy committed a penalty, but now the entire defense has to pay the price and try and rise up and overcome it.
They fake the handoff. Now Tua. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick, and the Chargers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. The Charger drive about to get going. Another important 4th quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Herbert's throw there, complete to Allen. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 18 big yards on that one, and a Charger first. He can really smell 800 catches right now because that last one puts him at 799, knocking on the door. Up the middle with Eckler. And that's going to be good for the Chargers' first down. His good running gets him to about the 44.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously. But at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
He takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down. Eckler now between the tackles. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 79 yards on the ground for Eckler here, and that's a first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
That's a pretty play there. Got in at the last second, helped force the ball free, and kept them out of the end zone.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. A handoff. It's Eckler. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
I thought they were onto something with their play call and kind of went in reverse a little bit. Threw it on first down, then ran it on 2nd down. Not successful either way. What play call do they come up with here on this important 3rd down try?
Open man, it's Johnston. Touchdown, Chargers. A great play there. Making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Chargers get an important score there to extend their lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that will ensure that it will take a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie it. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's complete to Jones. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Throwing Tua. Now to the middle, and it's complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Meanwhile, Tua's throws taken in by Waddle. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around
of the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, look at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. And he's into the end zone. No flags. It's a touchdown. And now a two-point conversion. And we'll be tied here in the final minute.
Do they have one big call left? Here we go.
So now a big play here as the Dolphins will go for the 2. Here's Tua. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. Huge conversion there to tie this thing up, but they're not done yet. Their defense needs to get a stop.
Yeah, there's still plenty of time for the other team to come downfield and put some points on the board, but job 1 was taken care of. The 2-point conversion to get this thing tied.
What a start to the season this has been. Back and forth, all tied 4th quarter as the kick is away here. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Go.
Herbert going to throw. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in the tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
Nice chunk of yards on 1st down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on 2nd. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
All right, Travis, listen up.
Tua. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture? That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the 4th, but they got to feel good now. Extra point up and good by Sanders, and they will take a 7-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is 1st and 10.
Go, hey, go. Set.
Now Herbert. Finding Allen. And that's not going to help a whole lot. Maybe 4 yards on 1st down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the ball game. Here's 2nd down.
Ready.
Herbert. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked off by Jerome Baker. Well, this is one heck of an individual performance we're witnessing. That is now his 3rd interception. And keep in mind, folks, this isn't a safety or a cornerback. This is a linebacker.
Does this feel to you like he's having a flashback? Because a lot of these linebackers we see in the NFL, in high school, they were offensive stars. They touched the football all the time. It's like he said to himself, let's go back and put on the letter jacket and go get the football. How about this one?